$28,000 US. Yes, you heard it right. That's enough to buy you a real farmstead in North Carolina. Not a shed, not a parking spot, a place with land, trees, and a house you can actually stand in. And I know that sounds insane, and you probably don't believe me. So here is the proof and active listing from land. Not only this, but in this video, I'm showing you 10 dirt cheap North Carolina farmsteads, real listings in quiet rural counties, where land still costs less than a used pickup truck. These aren't fantasy plots. Many already have houses, wells, septic systems, outbuildings, barns, or acreage that make off-grid and self-reliant living actually possible. I'll walk you through what each property really offers, what shape it's in, what kind of work it needs, and what kind of lifestyle it could turn into, whether that's a homestead, a retreat, or a low-cost country home. And if you want the exact addresses, prices, and contact info, just subscribe and comment list. I'll drop everything in the video description. Let's get into it. Waynesville, North Carolina. This property starts with a unique, low-cost opportunity in the mountains. About 1.1 acres on a corner lot in Waynesville, North Carolina, with 3 mobile homes and 2 outbuildings all sold as is. It's not your typical move-in property, but for someone with vision and skill, this could be a creative rural compound with mountain views and outdoor space right behind your driveway. Hold on before you guess the price. We'll talk numbers in a moment. Located close to Blue Ridge Parkway access in the Balsam area, this property gives you that classic western North Carolina feel. A year-round mountain view, creeks on the lot, and mostly flat setting you don't always find at this price point. The driveway is paved in a circular layout with publicly maintained road access, which makes getting ins and out easy even in rough weather. There are 2 septic records and a well already on site, so the basic systems are technically in place, though anything you plan to use would need proper checks and updates. Waynesville itself is a small town in Haywood County, nestled in the Smoky Mountains, known for quiet streets, scenic drives, and outdoor recreation nearby. Perfect if you want peaceful living outside the hustle of big cities. Now, the honest part. This is sold as is, with no guarantees or due diligence period. Exactly why the price stays low, but the potential is there if you're ready to work. All of this currently lists for about $99,000. Windsor, North Carolina. This property starts with classic low-cost potential in rural eastern North Carolina. A brick ranch with 3 bedrooms and 2 full bathrooms sitting on about 2 acres down Old U.S. Highway 17N in Windsor, North Carolina. It's the kind of place where acreage and traditional homes still exist for way less than you'd expect in most markets. Hold on before you guess the price. We'll talk numbers in a moment. Inside, you'll find a single-story brick home with oak floors, a metal roof, and a carport. Features that give it character and solidity even before updates. There's also a detached garage workshop out back, and because the listing includes 3 parcels total, you've got options for keeping extra land or selling it later if you want. The interior is being sold as is and may have issues like mold, mildew, so consider that part of the renovation conversation. Windsor is a small town in Bertie County with rural roads, and that slow-paced vibe where traffic noises are rare and neighbors know each other. Now the honest part, this is a fixer-upper, entered at your own risk. But with a solid brick shell and land, you can shape it into a home or sweat equity project. All of this currently lists for about $90,000. Rich Square, North Carolina. This property starts with classic small-town charm and a surprisingly spacious house on a big lot. A 4-bedroom, 1 full bath, and 2 half-bath home with about 1,764 square feet of living space, sitting on 1.32 acres, right in Rich Square, North Carolina. Hold on before you guess the price. We'll talk numbers in a moment. Inside, you'll find hardwood floors in most rooms, and a large family room with a fireplace that makes it feel like a true home rather than a listing line item. There's a dining room, kitchen, office, and bedroom on the first floor, giving you plenty of functional space. And upstairs, there are 2 more bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and a bonus room ready to be whatever you need. guest space, hobby room, or home office. The large 1.32-acre lot gives you room for outdoor projects, gardens, or a place to stretch out without feeling boxed in, all while still being near the downtown area of Rich Square. Rich Square is a small town in Northampton County with a quiet pace and that relaxed rural vibe where neighbors wave, and most errands involve a short drive. Now the honest part. This home is older, built in 1938, so it's got character, but it'll benefit from updating over time. All of this currently lists for about $85,000. Clinton, North Carolina. This property starts with a real handyman special opportunity on a full acre. A 3-bed, 1-bath, single-family home with about 1,930 square feet of space sitting on 1 acre in Clinton, North Carolina. It's classic affordable rural living backed by land that's rare at this price point. Hold on before you guess the price. We'll talk numbers in just a moment. Inside, the house offers 3 bedrooms, 1 full bathroom, and 5 total rooms. Enough basic space for everyday living while giving you a chance to update and customize. The home is sold as is, which means it's a project property with renovation potential rather than a move-in setup. It has radiant heat with an above-ground oil tank, and there's septic and well water already on site, so you're not starting completely from scratch. Clinton itself is the county seat of Sampson County, a small city with a relaxed pace where rural roads and open yards are part of the neighborhood feel, and most errands require a car. Now, the honest part, this is definitely a fixer-upper. You'll want cash or renovation financing, and the seller isn't making repairs. But that's exactly how properties like this stay affordable. All of this currently lists for about $63,000. Richlands, North Carolina. This property starts with unexpected affordability and real acreage in a quiet setting. A 4-bed, 2-bath home with about 1,404 square feet of living space sitting on a 1.45-acre lot in Richlands, North Carolina, right in Onslow County with a large front and backyard ideal for outdoor living. Hold on before you guess the price. We'll talk numbers soon. Inside, you'll find a traditional layout with 4 bedrooms and 2 full bathrooms, giving it genuine family-sized space compared to most starter house listings. The home is on a manufactured structure and comes with that extra room count you don't always see at this price point, and the yard space is more like a small hobby farm or big garden plot than a typical suburban lawn. Richlands is a small town in Onslow County with that relaxed eastern North Carolina vibe. Quiet streets, space between neighbors, and still close enough for grocery runs, shops, and everyday needs in town. Now, the honest part, this property is being sold as is and may have health bar safety risk. Showing access may require a hold harmless agreement and appointments. All of this currently lists for about $61,000. Thurman, North Carolina. This property starts with a classic fixer-upper in a quiet rural setting. A 3-bed, 1-bath home with about 1,051 square feet of living space sitting on 2 acres in Thurman, North Carolina, where wooded acreage and space from neighbors are part of everyday life. Hold on before you guess the price. Let's talk about what this place actually offers first. Inside, the home has 6 rooms total. Plenty of space for a living room, kitchen, bedrooms, and extra areas you can remake to suit your plans. This is a fixer-up cottage that hasn't been lived in for a couple of years and is being sold as is, which means you'll want to put in some tender, loving care and updates. The living room features a kerosene monitor heater, and several areas of the house currently have no heat, so this is exactly the kind of property where sweat equity can really pay off. There's also about half an acre across the street with 2 large raised plant beds, handy for gardening or outdoor projects. Thurman is a small unincorporated community between Highway 21 and I-77 in Wilkes-Barre, Surrey County Country, where neighbors are spread out and quiet roads are the norm. Now the honest part, this isn't move-in perfect. It's a project home that needs work. All of this currently lists for about $54,900. Morsboro, North Carolina. This property starts with a genuine affordable opportunity for first-time buyers or savvy investors. A 2-bed, 1-bath, single-family home with about 1,235 square feet of space sitting on 1 acre in Morsboro, North Carolina. It's a simple country setting where you can actually own land and a structure without breaking the bank. Hold on before you guess the price. We'll get to that soon. Inside, you'll find a practical layout with 2 bedrooms, 1 full bathroom, and 2 additional interior rooms that increase your usable space, whether you want a home office, guest room, or hobby space. The home was built in 1966 and has that classic older home feel, but it's being sold as is, so it's a project rather than a move-in perfect house. Utilities like well water and septic are already present, and you've got a driveway right on site. Morsboro is a small town in Rutherford County with rural vibes and that relaxed pace where neighbors know each other and quiet evenings are normal. Errands and chores usually mean a short drive, but the peace and slower rhythm of life are part of the appeal. Now, the honest part, this isn't a turnkey home. It's priced for someone willing to invest a little elbow grease and TLC. All of this currently lists for about $55,000. Bakersville, North Carolina. This property starts with rural potential and a blank slate country home. 2-bed, 1-bath fixer-upper sitting on about 1.1 acres along Cub Creek Road in Bakersville, North Carolina. A peaceful mountain community nestled in Mitchell County where quiet and country living are everyday life. Hold on before you guess the price. We'll get to that next. Right now, the house needs major renovation or even a full rebuild. Drywall, flooring, and utilities aren't finished, and it doesn't currently have active water or a known septic system, so it's not move-in ready. But if you're looking for a project, a chance to put sweat equity into a rural property, or even clear it and build something fresh, this setting offers that opportunity. One cool part is creek frontage just across the road, giving the property a scenic feel and that mountain getaway vibe. Bakersville itself is a small-town community tucked in the Blue Ridge foothills with easy access to scenic NC highways, hiking, rivers, and outdoor life, perfect for someone craving nature, peace, and slow living. Now, the honest part, this isn't a move-in home. It's a renovation job or land site first, house second. All of this currently lists for about $50,000. Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina, $27,900 Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. This property starts with a surprisingly affordable chance to own your own home and land. 3-bed, 2-bath manufactured home with about 1,646 square feet of living space sitting on a 1.16-acre shaded lot at the end of a quiet cul-de-sac in Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. Hold on before you guess the price. We'll talk numbers in just a second. Inside, the layout is simple and practical with 3 bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms, and central heat and air. Everything you need for everyday living. The seller just installed a brand new roof, so one of the big expenses is already taken care of. There's a covered screened porch and a large deck out back, perfect for morning coffee, grilling, or watching kids and pets play. The yard is mostly shaded with trees, giving you privacy and that calm country feel without being far from conveniences. Roanoke Rapids is a small eastern North Carolina city in Halifax County where the pace is relaxed, neighbors know each other, and you're just a short drive from grocery stores, shops, and local restaurants. You'll need a car for most errands, but that's normal for this kind of rural adjacent living. Now, the honest part. The interior will need work and updating. It's not move-in perfect, but the basics like structure and land are in place. All of this currently lists for about $27,900.